Hey guys, you finally made it.
Yeah.
So what's up? Hey, cool man.
So do you have your works on?
Yes, I do. So if you guys want to come and have a closer look, just gonna keep these bad boys away. So the only thing that I have here to show to you guys is the work I've done for a company called Topcow. It's a talent hunt. This is not paid publication work. Hopefully if this goes through, I will get regular work with that company.
Like I said, yes,
Are you guys ready? Let's get started.
Yeah.
Cool. The work I've done was for a book called Apollo. It's something that I found would benefit me tremendously, and hopefully I could actually give something to the company as well.
Alright, well, let's have a look.
Cool.
Oh, jeez. Jeez.
That's...
You guys can take a closer look if you like. I'm totally cool with it.
That's beautiful. Neat plants.
So, could you explain to us your process of how you get to these pages, your final product?
Oh yeah, sure thing, man. Okay, so this is exactly how it gets started. This is my rough pencil layer, and I actually just take this work and I trace over it onto the light box. So I've got two original pieces of artwork. I've got my rough pencil sketch, and I've got my much more finished work that's ready for print.
Much more refined.
Yeah.
The way that I work is so simple. And to do this sequence, it was quite a cool idea. It was quite a cool scenario. So I wanted to have this dude, this guy Apollo, to actually be in the shot and to have a nice perspective shot. So you're kind of looking up at this guy. And I wanted him to get like way larger as he comes closer to the screen. You'll find that in the final pencil page, I kind of suggested that his legs are actually spread further apart because he needs to have that heroic look. And I wanted the arm that's closer to you to be much larger and to get smaller as it goes toward the body, and the other arm to actually get smaller as it goes into the distance. And this guy needs to look very heroic and like on the ball. Then anatomy is just something that you add in later. Detail makes your work look so much more professional and ready for print. And this guy Apollo, he's got this guy just latching onto his leg, man, and he doesn't want to let go. So you actually put that in to your sketch or your suggestion of exactly what's going to happen. And because this guy is like closer to us, I kind of suggested him much larger than Apollo, although he's a much smaller guy, and he's like holding on to Apollo's thigh like for dear life, man.
I like how roughly you work, and then you just tighten it up so much.
Yeah, guys, this is exactly the way I work, because I don't put any pressure on myself. If I'm too judgmental at this stage, I find that I take a longer period of time to complete any work that I do. So when I approach my work, I'm like, hey, no pressure, whatever comes out on paper, I'm okay with it. If it's not okay, you can easily just restart, because these things are so quick to do, man. And then I wanted to have those bridges. There's some cool bridges in the background, and there are these cyborgs that actually just run for their lives up there, right? And then we have these 3 cylinders that are going to explode, so you just add them onto the scene, man. And because I added in that perspective of the guy getting smaller as he's going further away, I actually have those cylinders, and the cylinders are actually getting smaller as they're going up away from us as well.
So you add the perspective kind of view.
Yeah, man, I believe that when you're actually doing this and it's for publication and you're going all over the world, man, give people their money's worth. If you've got that skill, why are you holding back?
Yeah, definitely. This is freaking unbelievable how it goes from that to that.
Yeah, and this is just a recreation of it, but the original drawing I've done of this page was actually very similar to this. And because it's just a splash page, there are so many things to focus on. And I wanted people to focus on the character Apollo, because he's the lead of the book. and then I wanted them to focus on like everything else, especially these things that are going to explode. So I assume that the colorist is going to help me out with that part, but for people to focus on this guy's head, I actually had lines going all the way across, pointing directly to his head, right? And in the olden days, in the 1960s and 70s, they used that a lot, especially a guy named John Buscema. John Buscema was a master at doing this. And I know a lot of people, when they see this, they think of like religious art. There is no religious reason for me to actually put those lines going to his head. It's just to focus get your eye to focus on that, and then once you read the dialogue of him telling everybody to take cover, then you focus on the rest of the page, on like what's happening, and hopefully on this guy as well. And so
That's awesome.
That's unbelievable. You can really see that you put a lot of thought into it, but it's also your movement of the rough sketch is done so quickly that you can really think of the picture before you actually see the final object. Honestly,
I'm just so taken by the detail though. Jeez, how you get the shading right, proportions.
You need to go as Jim to look like that guy.
I think you need more than Jim to look like that guy.
That's a bit more detailed than what the rough sketch of Mr. V did for us, but you can clearly see that
He works very loose in the beginning, and then he tightens everything up and pulls it together. I love that, but he keeps the views. Changes things like slightly here and there, but most of it still exactly the
most
same.
comic writers actually do work on one page and then they'll lightbox and change so many different things. But you can see this is just freaking awesome.
The head, the view of the head, where position.
But what impresses me is that the fact that he's able to find a solid object through all those scribbly drawings. I was able to find that.
Like I like to work loose as well, but I mean that's just like it's rough, but you can still find that shape. You know, you can still find that's where the pectoral muscles are, the biceps and the shoulders. You can see the traps. You can see everything is so well proportioned. It's awesome, and he carries it over into the final work.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm sold. Wanna go work on a comic?
Let's go.
How's it, guys? I just want to thank you for viewing our last video. It's actually very different. I didn't expect
I don't expect all of that work to be done so quickly though.
Yeah.
I mean, he works quite fast, eh?
Yeah.
But he's been in the industry for a while. He's been a lecturer of ours for the past 2.5 years, and the man's he's a prodigy.
No, it is. It's actually I don't know how many times we've told him that we don't understand why he's lecturing people for animation.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can tell that his passion is for comics, and along with the rest of ours, it's just. And
Alright guys, thanks for joining us today, and
Yeah.
hope to see you next time guys.
peace out.
See you guys.